So I don't have to explain the whole GG thing. Steve already did that for me. Thank you. Well, it's great to be here. It's great to be in the room, great energy. Like I said, Gonçalo Gaiolas, I am actually one of the newest additions to the DeepL team. And very happy to be here today with you. Jarek mentioned this. I learned so much. I just obsess about being with customers and partners in the same room. It's absolutely great to learn. And a lot of you asked me this question, why did you join DeepL? So I want to take 20 seconds to answer that question, because there's actually two parts to this question. One is that, easy to understand, DeepL has solved or focuses on solving one of the biggest problems that we have as humankind, right? We have to communicate across language barriers. It's hard to find a bigger problem to solve, and we have been, for years, addressing this problem in the best possible way. And actually, that reflects the second reason why I've joined DeepL is whoever I talk to, customers, there is an absolute love for the product, about what it does, how it does it. It is the first time in my career where in the morning I'm sitting with a Fortune 500 person telling me how they've deployed DeepL across thousands of people, and then I go to my kids' school in the afternoon, and I have a mom saying, oh my God, I love DeepL, it helped me so much in my business, right? So it's absolutely fantastic, and I know you can relate to these stories, because we've all seen the power of the brand and the power of what we've done. So, we have a very bold and very ambitious product roadmap, and I'm going to spend just a few minutes today on that. But before that, I think it is important that we go back and that we look at what has happened in the last year. A little bit of that, right? We are very forward-looking, future-looking, but let's take a moment, because a lot has happened since DeepL Dialogues 2024. The team has been incredibly busy in this last year. So, okay. So in this exact last year, one of the key things that has happened throughout this product innovation, through just growth journey for DeepL, is we have surpassed over 200,000 business customers. It's an amazing number, right? And these are customers using the full suite of products. So our Core Translate, Voice, our API, you can see all of these different configurations of use cases, and it's been excellent to see that people accelerating that adoption. Just on the day-to-day work, making their work much better. And really, at DeepL, everybody's so proud. You talk to the people, everybody's so proud that our products are used by hundreds of millions of people on a monthly basis. It's absolutely great. And we're very proud of that. We're also very proud that not only do they love the product, but they put us in really good company, right? So we are a pioneer in this language industry. We're a pioneer in driving what is possible with AI in language and beyond. And we do this, some of our customers operate in very highly regulated industries. So these are not trivial type use cases. And we're very, very happy with all the recognition that we've got in the past year across what DeepL has delivered for our customers. Now, as we stand as an industry, if we zoom out to the industry, one thing that was surprising to me, I am not yet an industry insider, but one thing that has surprised me is that we're here, like late 2025, and the translation, the localization industry really stands at this pivotal moment. There's this AI tailwind, sometimes it's headwind, sometimes it's a tailwind, AI-powered translations, and it really is gaining momentum. The key question is, why wouldn't I use machine translation or AI in my language space? And at DeepL, what we've always observed is that the industry is still dominated by slow, clunky, sort of old school, very inefficient solutions. This is the conversation I have with a lot of you. It's like, okay, this is great, I love DeepL, but this is not the only solution I use, and there's a lot that's happened that just takes too much time. It should not be this complicated. And at DeepL, we have always believed that this is what it should look like. Quality is not debatable, but we're always obsessing about bringing effort, editing time, cost down, so you can move faster, so you can focus on the things that matter the most to you, right? So at DeepL, with our product suite, we power these companies. We also power a lot of companies that build their product on top of ours. And the journey we're on is from being what's called the best-in-class translation tool to a little bit more of a unified, if you will, a unified multilingual layer. Right? That's big words. We're going to talk a little bit more about what that means. But this is an important journey for us that we've already started on. We're well on our way, and that we're already started on. So to do that, you need a bunch of capabilities, and we're going to talk a little bit about those today. Stefan already told us a little bit about the DeepL agent, excellent innovation. But when we think about the future of the DeepL product, we actually think about 3 themes, right? So 3 things, 3 themes that we always go back to when we're deciding where do we invest next, where do we go next to better serve you. These 3 themes are foundational to everything we do. They respect the DeepL legacy, and they help us go in the next level. Now, not surprisingly, maybe the first theme that you should know is this idea of your language everywhere. So this first theme, this first idea is absolutely pivotal to the foundation story of DeepL. It's pivotal to what we're doing in the future, because the first theme about language anywhere starts with the idea of customization. Now, we have the best out-of-the-box translation mechanism, but we know that when it comes to enterprise-grade translation, this goes a long way, but it's not all of what you need, right? So you need DeepL to work and to sound and to feel like your brand. Your tones, your style rules, your compliance rules, everything that you sort of have to invest that extra money into, we know we have to help you get there at a faster clip rate. So this is our goal. Our goal is to understand your preferences so that it looks as if DeepL was built only for you. Like it just feels like it was built uniquely for you. We want DeepL to really adapt to the way that you communicate. So today, we are very, very excited to announce the next stage of that transformation and to announce our customization hub capabilities. This is a solution that is going to help organizations like you just really bring their terminology, their style, their tone, their compliance rules, and document them and bring them into DeepL so that every translation hits better quality much faster at a lower cost for you. So you're going to hear more about that in later sessions today. I highly recommend you look into all the capabilities. It's excellent. Now, in the past year, another thing we've been working on, very big milestone for us, is continuing to expand our file translation and multimodal capabilities. We have worked on a number of quality of life improvements over this last year, all the things that came out this year, because file translation, it continues to be, again, in this industry, significant pain point. We still we see people copy-pasting translations around and trying to figure out layouts, and it's very, very complicated. And this is an area of investment for us. We have already figured out a bunch of things that we launched this year, but we want to go further. And let me tell you a little bit about what that means. But to do that, let's use an actual example of the challenges. So for example, imagine real example with a customer that wants to translate the earnings report of a company from English to Korean. Now, these are languages, just for example purposes, these are languages that use completely different writing systems. And the reason, as you know, the problem with that, when you use completely different writing systems, is that if the report is complex and it uses graphs and charts and visual elements, everything needs to be adapted. Now, the traditional way to do this is you send it off to somebody to go do this, and it's weeks and significant amount of money to be able to do all of this. So we want to solve for this. And the way we're going to solve for this is we want to pair our cutting-edge AI translation system with a new pipeline to take care of this visual component of this. So in this approach, we're actually splitting the translation piece in 2 pipelines, right? The one that is translation of text, like what we do best out of the box. But the other one is a component that essentially just focuses on all of the visual elements of the file. This is what in the industry is called technically a VLM, so a vision learning model. And it allows us to really, in a very, very efficient way, take the layout, preserve it, and do best-in-class translation and layout preservation across a very complex file. Now, the business impact of this is huge, because prior to, you either wouldn't do it, or if you would do it, it would cost you weeks and hundreds or dozens of thousands of euros to be able to translate such a file. So we're going to be able to help you do this, and again, reach higher, do more things with your existing DeepL capabilities. Now, again, with this approach, cutting time, cutting costs, that's what we're all about when it comes to translation, right? But, the same methodology allows us to do other things. So we're also excited to be working on extending the sets of capabilities, extending the file types that we can support. Because our vision at DeepL is no matter what files you use, no matter what workflows you support, we want to be there for you. So with the exact same technology, we're working now on being able to support natively image formats so that you never have to rely on old school OCR type technologies like you might have done in the past. So it's very, very big commitment to multimodal and multimedia capabilities coming from us. Some of these things are already out there in the market, in the product you can use today. Some of them are going to be coming very, very soon, later this year or early next year. Now, this is very exciting, and it's actually quite technical. It's beautiful when you look at how it gets done. But it really doesn't matter if we can support the languages that your employees, your customers, and your partners speak. That is the absolute baseline, right? And DeepL has always been very, very strong in quality. And we've always been very good at supporting these languages. But today, I want to announce something that's big. It's big for us, and we know it's big for a lot of you that have been loyal DeepL customers for a while. So after months and months of excruciating work, a few sleepless nights from the engineering and our research teams, today we're very happy to say that DeepL now supports over 100 languages directly on Translator. It's available today. You can go check it out on DeepL.com. Don't do it while in the session. It's just rude. Do it later. But it's available now. It's just our commitment to continue, again, to grow into meeting your needs and meeting your enterprise needs. Now, these languages, they're already coming. Some of them already came out throughout the year. It's like Vietnamese, Hebrew, Thai, highly requested languages in these global companies that want to deploy DeepL across the world. And today we're adding Croatian, Hindi, Serbian, regional varieties that are very, very important, like Latin American Spanish, and all of the official languages of the European Union. And actually our very first languages that are South Asian and Sub-Saharan. So, told you the team has been quite busy in the last year, and we think this is a massive accomplishment for all of us, and will unlock a number of use cases for you. Now, let's talk about the second pillar, the second theme. The second theme is this idea of trusting without compromise. You can probably spot that this has been a bit of a coherent theme across everything we've done in the agent, what Yarak told you about. We're very, very proud about all of the technical capabilities, the expansion of what we do, but nothing really matters if you don't trust. If you don't trust what we do, if you don't trust what DeepL can drive, right? So trust starts with a very important component. And the most important component is the idea of quality. And today, we're very happy that in independent benchmarks, DeepL delivers the highest translation quality, right? So we win over 90% of these benchmarks and tests against competitors in strategic languages. And we're going to continue to drive this. This is a non-negotiable for us. So it's a commitment not just to the breadth of languages, over 100, but also to the depth and the quality. And we know we have to keep getting better and better so that we eventually get this level across all of our portfolio. Now, we have always done, and we do today, set the standard for language quality in the market. And this is a field that is evolving very, very fast. So we're very proud to be a well-recognized leader there. And also, we're committing to, not only on the quality side, but we're committing to continuing to bring total transparency to every aspect of your DeepL experience. So we're working very eagerly on our ability to provide you with a 360 view of your translation experience. This might mean things like insights into your translation needs. This might mean things like ROI calculation, confidence score. So we're deploying and investing a lot in our analytical capabilities because we know you have to justify the efforts you put into your translation program, and we want to do better in this ability to showcase how much value you're getting out of DeepL. So expect more news soon, very, very much on this side. So its quality is this transparency, but it is also very, very important, this enterprise-grade security. And again, another topic, Stefan on stage told us this is critical, again, a non-negotiable for us. It's actually pretty hardwired in how DeepL builds products. I was very impressed, right? People are absolutely focused on getting started from a security and a privacy standpoint, which makes sense given our heritage, right? So security, all of compliance attestations, but also how products are built, how we don't use data, and how the security works around these very important assets of your language, your confidential documents is very important for us. So for us, it's not a it's not a trade-off between security and innovation. We absolutely believe we can do both because we're building on this very, very strong foundation on security. And we are adding things like domain capture, custom encryption, like actual specific feature for enterprises like yours that allow you to go deeper and further into the use cases that you can currently support with DeepL. Now, let's talk a little bit about the third mode. The third mode is about this idea of modes and workflows. So working as you work, like supporting your uniqueness not just in your language, but also in how you work, how you get work done. Now, for us, in modes and workflows, the goal is to just remove this repetitive time-consuming task. Again, driving effort down. This is what we obsess with, right? And one of the things that we've launched, of course, is our voice product. And imagine this world where real-time interpretation that you might have to do a bunch of extra work today just doesn't have to be there, right? Today, where we can bring that experience to an AI-powered native and elevate that global collaboration. Just let the ideas flow freely. It's one of the most beautiful things to watch somebody use DeepL voice and feel very, very confident about talking about an idea, being inclusive into a meeting. We had this conversation yesterday. It's a beautiful thing. I never thought about it that way, but it's a beautiful thing. And you'll hear a lot more today from our voice team on new modalities that we will be introducing to continue to drive voice as a key area of investment for us. It's also critical that we are able to support more advanced workflows. So today, we know things are clunky when you have to translate these documents. You have to rely on old school technology, and DeepL has historically been very, very good at more simple use cases. And now through our API and through our workflow capabilities, we want to elevate that. We want to help you just be able to translate everything from scanned documents to images, everything within DeepL. So expect to hear a lot more here. There's an active area of development. And we actually want to hear from you, what is the uniqueness of your workflows? How can we actually better position ourselves to help you with how your enterprise does work and what do we need to do to be able to support that? And so the final piece of these workflows is you can do a lot with AI, and we think you can do a lot. We collectively as an industry can do a lot more than we're already doing. But there's a world where AI-driven features also help collaboration, and they help you bring translation from everywhere, bring the experts in the loop, bring the humans in the loop to proofread, to give you more insights into where, like we said earlier, where humans really need to come in. This is an area that we're actively working on, and you'll expect more soon. This idea of being able to bring your humans into the loop faster, easier, and more reliably than in the past. Because this true power of this idea of language AI is not just what it can automate. It's also what it sort of unlocks for the people that are using it. It's a fascinating idea that we see in practice every single day with customers. So to bring it back to the three themes that drive our product development that you're going to see today, you're going to see next week, you're going to see next year, is this idea of your language anywhere, and this idea of trust without compromise, and the quality behind it, and the security behind it, and this idea of adapting to how you want to do work, and maybe helping you reimagine what you thought was possible. So we are very much on a journey. We're very much on a journey, again, from being the best-in-class translation tool to a unified localization layer. We want to be on this journey with you. And we want to be on this journey with you no matter what you do for work. If you're a localization manager driving critical programs, if you're a knowledge worker, like doing your work and really collaborating across teams with voice or text, if you're a product or a technology team, just using our API to power your products, like a great use case as well. Or if you're out with your customers, frontline workers, navigating really high-stakes scenarios where language is critical, DeepL wants to be in all of these points of your own journeys. And we want to empower you to work very seamlessly across media, across languages, across borders, and do your best work, just better. So that's the world we're building for, and I'm incredibly excited personally, on a personal level, to be a small part of that. Very proud of the work that the team has done and that we will continue to do, and very proud of what I heard from our customers in the room as well. So you get to experience some of these innovations today, actually right after, and you'll get to experience some of them in the next weeks and months as we keep developing and shaping this market. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for listening in. And without further ado, I would like to introduce my colleague, Joy, who will take us through our key developments in our new customization capabilities that will fundamentally transform how you can use DeepL to preserve your brand and really control how translation gets done. So please help me give Joy a very warm welcome to the stage. It was a pleasure being here.